The reality is and I'm just talking from a healthcare industry, but because we're in a healthcare industry, our patient satisfaction, that's something that we look at. And we know that if the employee side is being taken care of, right? Like our employees feel like they belong, they feel like they're included, they feel like there's a safety from a psychological standpoint, that when they have job satisfaction, our goal is to mirror that with our patient satisfaction as well. So if you have happy employees, you'll have happy patients. And ultimately, when you talk about like avoiding some of the superficial, we want to see that as patient outcomes. So how are our patients doing? Is their health any better, right? Do they have more access? Are we decreasing barriers? And so I think that's why it's important, right? To kind of make some of those connections over time. But that goes beyond the superficial in terms of just counting numbers, right? Like what is it that we're trying to ultimately do in the industry that we're representing? So I would say that for us, it's definitely going back to those health outcomes, patient satisfaction, and making the connection between our employee engagement as well.
And I think that a piece there is also transparency. So being able to articulate the what and why of data collection, of metrics tracking. We don't want to be collecting data about potentially very sensitive topics and not being able to say why we're doing that or what we're planning to do with it. A big initiative that I took on when I first started in my role was we need to do better at understanding who our clients are. We need to understand, again, those intersectional identities and going beyond potentially arbitrary binaries of putting them into a box. But why are we doing that? Do we know how to say that when we're asking these questions? And are we being transparent in that data analysis? Or is it just staying in a corner for us to say, oh, well, we did it? But that's where you stay at that performative level, that superficial level, being able to make data accessible, being able to continuously articulate where we are and where we want to go, I think is incredibly important to go beyond that superficiality of saying, oh, well, we're just doing this in terms of headcount to report it out to our governing bodies. No, we want to do this for our internal culture as well. And here's why. And here's what we'll be doing with it. And here's the role that you play.